2-pole GFCI circuit breaker is not recommended for protecting a 220 volts receptacle, which is a 2-wire circuit. A 2-pole GFCI circuit breaker is specifically designed to protect two separate 120 volt circuits that share a common neutral conductor. On the other hand, a 220 volts receptacle is part of a single circuit that uses two ungrounded conductors. GFCI devices operate by detecting imbalances in current flow between the phase and neutral conductors. In a 2-pole GFCI breaker, the tripping mechanism relies on the combined current flowing through both phases. A 220 volt circuit does not have a neutral conductor for comparison, which means the GFCI mechanism would not function as intended. Installing a 2-pole GFCI circuit breaker on a 220 volt circuit can create safety hazards. Firstly, the GFCI breaker could trip unnecessarily due to normal current imbalances that are common in a 220 volt circuit, which can disrupt power and potentially damage appliances or cause inconvenience. Secondly, in the event of an electrical fault, the GFCI breaker may not trip effectively because it is not configured correctly for a 220 volt circuit, which could lead to shock or fire hazards. It is crucial to use the correct type of GFCI protection for the specific circuit configuration. For a 220 volts receptacle, a single-pole GFCI receptacle or breaker designed for that purpose should be used. Using a 2-pole GFCI breaker on a 220 volts circuit presents several issues. The fundamental problem lies in the circuit configuration. A 2-pole GFCI breaker is engineered to monitor two distinct 120 volt circuits that share a neutral. In contrast, a 220 volts receptacle operates on a single circuit with two ungrounded conductors and no neutral. The trip mechanism of a GFCI device is designed to detect imbalances between the current flowing through the phase and neutral conductors. Since a 220 volts circuit lacks a neutral conductor, a 2-pole GFCI breaker cannot accurately perform its intended function, as it cannot compare the current flow as it is designed to do. Safety is a primary concern when using a 2-pole GFCI breaker on a 220 volt circuit. Firstly, the GFCI breaker may experience false tripping due to the normal current fluctuations inherent in a 220 volt circuit. This can lead to power disruptions and potential damage to sensitive appliances. Secondly, the GFCI breaker may not provide effective protection in the event of an actual fault because it is not designed to operate with a 220 volt circuit. This increases the risk of electrical shock or fire. For a 220 volts receptacle, it is important to use a single-pole GFCI receptacle or breaker that is specifically designed for this type of circuit. Selecting the correct GFCI device ensures that the circuit is properly protected and minimizes safety risks. In summary, the incompatibility between a 2-pole GFCI breaker and a 220 volt circuit arises from differences in circuit configuration and the way GFCI devices operate. Using the wrong type of GFCI protection can lead to both operational issues and safety hazards. For 220 volt circuits, always use a single-pole GFCI device that is designed for that purpose. The improper use of a 2-pole GFCI breaker on a 220 volt circuit introduces several potential hazards, primarily due to the fundamental differences in circuit design and the operational principles of GFCI devices. A 2-pole GFCI breaker is engineered to monitor two separate 120 volt circuits that share a common neutral. This configuration allows the breaker to detect imbalances between the current flowing through the phase and neutral conductors, which is the basis of its ground fault protection. In contrast, a 220 volts receptacle operates on a single circuit with two ungrounded conductors and, crucially, no neutral conductor. This absence of a neutral conductor means that a 2-pole GFCI breaker cannot function as intended, as it cannot compare the current flow to detect ground faults. Firstly, the GFCI breaker is prone to false tripping. 220 volt circuits often experience normal current imbalances that would be interpreted as faults by a 2-pole GFCI breaker, leading to unnecessary interruptions in power. This can be particularly problematic for appliances that require a continuous power supply. Secondly, in the event of a genuine ground fault, the 2-pole GFCI breaker may not trip effectively or at all. Because it is not designed to operate with a 220-volt circuit, its tripping mechanism may not be activated by the type of fault current that occurs in such a circuit. This compromises the safety of the circuit and increases the risk of electrical shock or fire. The correct approach is to use a single-pole GFCI device specifically designed for 220-volt circuits. These devices are engineered to operate without a neutral conductor, providing reliable ground fault protection for 220-volt receptacles. Always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the appropriate type of GFCI protection is used for each circuit configuration. Using the correct GFCI device is essential for electrical safety. It ensures that the circuit is properly protected against ground faults, reducing the risk of electrical shock and fire. The fundamental incompatibility lies in the fact that a two-pole GFCI is intended for a split-phase 120 volts or 240 volt system that uses a neutral. A standard 220 volt circuit does not use a neutral wire. The GFCI is designed to measure the current difference between the hot wires and the neutral. If there is a difference, it assumes there is a current leakage to ground, hence the term ground fault circuit interrupter. Without a neutral, it cannot make this comparison properly. False tripping is a significant risk. The GFCI may see normal fluctuations in the 220-volt circuit as a ground fault, causing it to trip unnecessarily. This can be disruptive and inconvenient. Ineffective protection is another key issue. In the event of an actual ground fault, the GFCI may not trip, leaving the circuit unprotected. This is because it is not designed to detect ground faults in a 220-volt circuit without a neutral. For a 220-volt receptacle, it is important to use a GFCI that is designed for that specific purpose. This could be a single-pole GFCI breaker or a GFCI receptacle. These devices are designed to protect 220-volt circuits without a neutral. Using the correct type of GFCI protection ensures that the circuit is properly protected and minimizes safety risks. Improperly applying a two-pole GFCI can lead to a false sense of security, as the user may believe the circuit is protected when it is not. For example, if you use a two-pole GFCI, you might think the circuit is protected because a test button will still trip the breaker. The test button simulates a ground fault, but it doesn't confirm that the GFCI will protect the circuit properly under real-world conditions. The operation of a two-pole GFCI breaker is based on the principle of monitoring the current balance between the two hot legs and the neutral conductor. If the current flowing through the hot legs does not equal the current returning through the neutral, the GFCI assumes that there is a leakage current flowing to ground. The amount of leakage current necessary to trip the breaker is typically very small, in the range of 5 milliamps. This is sufficient to protect people from electrical shock. Because the 220-volt circuit does not have a neutral conductor, the GFCI cannot perform its current balance test. The two ungrounded conductors in the 220-volt circuit carry current to and from the load. In a properly functioning 220-volt circuit, the current flowing through each of the ungrounded conductors is equal but opposite in direction. If there is a ground fault, the current balance will be disrupted. However, the GFCI cannot detect this imbalance because it is not monitoring a neutral conductor. Therefore, it will not trip and the circuit will not be protected. The proper protection mechanism is to use a two-pole circuit breaker without GFCI protection. It protects against circuit overloads and short circuits. A ground fault on a 220-volt circuit without a neutral can still be dangerous because it can cause arcing and overheating. If the ground fault current is high enough, it will eventually trip the standard two-pole circuit breaker. However, the standard two-pole breaker will not trip as quickly as a GFCI. A GFCI is designed to trip in milliseconds, while a standard circuit breaker may take seconds or even minutes to trip depending on the severity of the overload. The faster response time of the GFCI is important for preventing electrical shock. In summary, using a two-pole GFCI breaker for a 220-volt receptacle without a neutral is not recommended. This configuration can lead to false tripping, ineffective protection, and an increased risk of electrical shock or fire. A standard 220-volt circuit relies on the circuit breaker for overcurrent and short circuit protection. A ground fault can be dangerous in such circuits, but the standard breaker offers a delayed reaction. For safety, ensure that any GFCI protection is correctly matched to the circuit type, with single-pole GFCI devices being the appropriate choice for standard 220 volts receptacles. Additionally, consider consulting with a qualified electrician to ensure proper installation and adherence to electrical codes. This careful approach ensures a safe and reliable electrical system. Remember, electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions when working with electrical circuits. When dealing with 220-volt circuits, it's important to understand the nuances of GFCI protection. A two-pole GFCI breaker is designed for circuits that have two hot wires and a neutral, typically used for split-phase 120 volts or 240 volts systems. A standard 220 volts circuit, however, consists of two hot wires and a ground wire, without a neutral. This difference is crucial in understanding why two-pole GFCI is unsuitable for a 220 volts receptacle. The primary function of a GFCI is to monitor the current balance between the hot and neutral wires. It detects any leakage of current to ground, which could indicate a potential shock hazard. If the current flowing through the hot wire does not return entirely through the neutral wire, the GFCI trips, cutting off the power to prevent electrical shock. In a 220 volt circuit without a neutral, a two-pole GFCI cannot perform this function effectively. The absence of a neutral wire means that the GFCI cannot measure the current imbalance that would indicate a ground fault. Instead, using a two-pole GFCI on a 220-volt circuit can lead to false tripping, where the breaker trips unnecessarily due to normal fluctuations in the circuit. It can also provide a false sense of security, as the user may believe the circuit is protected when it is not. In the event of an actual ground fault, the two-pole GFCI may not trip at all, leaving the circuit unprotected. For a 220 volts receptacle, the appropriate type of GFCI protection is a single-pole GFCI breaker or a GFCI receptacle designed specifically for this purpose. These devices are engineered to protect 220 volt circuits without a neutral wire. They typically work by monitoring the current flow through the hot wires and tripping if there is an imbalance that indicates a ground fault. The use of a single-pole GFCI is required in certain applications for personnel protection. While a standard breaker will protect the wiring from shorts and overloads, a GFCI is the proper solution to protect a person in the event of a ground fault. In summary, a two-pole GFCI breaker should not be used to protect a 220 volts receptacle without a neutral wire. Doing so can lead to false tripping, ineffective protection, and a potential safety hazard. Instead, a single-pole GFCI breaker or a GFCI receptacle designed for 220 volt circuit should be used. If you are unsure about the proper type of GFCI protection for your circuit, consult with a qualified electrician. Using the correct type of GFCI protection is essential for ensuring the safety of your electrical system. Electrical safety is of paramount importance. When it comes to 220 volt circuits, the proper use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, is crucial for preventing electrical shocks and ensuring safety. A two-pole GFCI breaker is designed for circuits that use two hot wires and a neutral wire, such as a 120 volts or 240 volts split-phase system. However, a standard 220 volt circuit consists of two hot wires and a ground wire with no neutral wire. This distinction is critical because it determines the type of GFCI protection that should be used. A GFCI works by monitoring the current balance between the hot and neutral wires. It detects any leakage of current to ground, which could indicate a potential shock hazard. If the current flowing through the hot wire does not return entirely through the neutral wire, the GFCI trips, cutting off the power to prevent electrical shock. The tripping threshold is typically very low, around 5 milliamps, which is enough to protect people from electrical shock. In a 220 volt circuit without a neutral wire, a two-pole GFCI cannot function properly. The absence of a neutral wire means that the GFCI cannot measure the current imbalance that would indicate a ground fault. Instead, the GFCI may trip unnecessarily due to normal fluctuations in the circuit. This is known as nuisance tripping, and it can be a major inconvenience. In addition, using a 2-pole GFCI on a 220-volt circuit can provide a false sense of security. The user may believe that the circuit is protected when it is not. In the event of an actual ground fault, the 2-pole GFCI may not trip at all, leaving the circuit unprotected. To properly protect a 220 volts receptacle, a single-pole GFCI breaker or a GFCI receptacle designed specifically for this purpose should be used. These devices are engineered to protect 220 volt circuits without a neutral wire. They typically work by monitoring the current flow through the hot wires and tripping if there is an imbalance that indicates a ground fault. It's important to note that the ground wire is not used to carry current under normal circumstances. It is a safety wire that provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source in the event of a ground fault. This fault current will trip the circuit breaker, cutting off the power to the circuit. In summary, a 2-pole GFCI breaker should not be used to protect a 220 volts receptacle without a neutral wire. Doing so can lead to nuisance tripping, ineffective protection, and a potential safety hazard. Instead, a single-pole GFCI breaker or a GFCI receptacle designed for 220 volts circuit should be used. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you are unsure about the proper type of GFCI protection for your circuit. Choosing the right GFCI protection is essential for ensuring the safety of your electrical system and protecting yourself from electrical shock.